dancing, and it felt like it was for me, it just felt like I'm in Gokul or something with Shri Krishna, dancing. He's like, you want to paint my feet? Try it. Let's see if you can do it. That kind of mischief, that kind of vibrations I hope you guys feel the vibrations of this moment, because it was so precious that she was just, in that element of Shri Krishna and in that form of Shri Krishna. So anyway, we do the swastikas the best we can. After puja, beautiful puja, lots of vibrations. The heart was just like bursting with joy because of her joy in the puja. And then we go to the castle. Everybody leaves. The hubbub dies. She wants to change from a puja sari to the sari she wears at night to go to sleep. And that's when she saw her feet. And she looked at them, and literally they looked like a kid had drawn a swastika. They did not look like nice, smooth swastikas, So I'm pulling my ears like she hadn't even looked down, So that's when she saw them. And I hope you guys feel the vibration. As soon as she looked down, and she had this big smile, and she said, "That is Shri Krishna." And it was such a beautiful moment, because it was just like it reminded you, you already felt it. We felt, everybody in that puja, after the whole Kabela collective said, it was just so powerful and so joyful. The word that kept coming was, it was so joyful, it was so light, like it was a whole different feeling created by her, her joy to be with us. She was enjoying us and the music, and of course that created a whole level of joy. So that's one puja's experience I wanted to share. It's just keeps coming back because it's such it just opens your heart up, It's like fills your heart with that joy. The other one is equally beautiful. So this is another year, mid-90s. It was a Saturday. Shri Mataji, after waking up, she was going to meet different people, but then she had a little bit of free time, I guess you can say, where nobody was meeting her. Puja was on Sunday, Krishna Puja. So she came out into so Kabela living room, there's a balcony outside from the living room. So she wanted the doors open, and she came out. So she's standing in the balcony out in the living room and looking down, and it's many levels, right? 7 floors or whatever. Her rooms are upstairs. So she's looking down, and all this hubbub of activity, the children are playing, and beautiful, like all the groceries are coming, and she's watching all that happening from way up there, and nobody looks up, right? They are all going to the kitchen or doing their job. So she stood there just like this, watching everybody, and she looked very pleased, like Allah Dain, that very pleased, and she's just watching the whole activity, and nobody knows she's watching because they're all doing their thing. Children, like I said, everybody playing and children playing and all that. Then she comes inside in the living room of Kabela, and she said, "See what's going on downstairs." But I could tell from her body language or the way her, that she was pleased with something. But again, she said, "Go check what's happening." So I come down from the living room, I go all the way down to the kitchen, which is basement. Next to the kitchen is the dining room. And in the dining, when I'm coming down, I start hearing music already. But when I go to the dining room, it was a very surreal feeling. I don't know how to even say it in words. There were about 80, 90 yogis. Krishna Puja was next day, so we made fresh butter for Krishna Puja. And being hosting countries, that was one of the things that we would do on Saturday, have the butter ready. So in Italy, you buy these Italian cream, and they come in glass bottles. And so you buy, I don't even know, 100 bottles or 200, a lot of bottles, because each cream bottle made only like 1 tablespoon of butter. So you needed to fill that handi, right? That whole butter pot. So you needed a lot of bottles. But the way you did it is you shook the bottles so that the butter would separate from the rest of the whey, or what you call it, the cream. So now you have to shake by hand those 2 bottles, right? And it takes 20-25 minutes to make 1 tablespoon of butter by shaking the bottle. So we used to always co-opt people, right? Whoever is around in the castle, say, come, please help make us butter. So this day, there were probably 30 countries represented. There were just people who had come to meditate to the castle. They were grabbed by probably one of our sisters from America that, we need help. So they came. So now everybody's gathered around the dining table, sitting, standing, and they're shaking the butter, right? So they all have 2 bottles, 1 in each hand, they're shaking. So this Romanian yogini, who had a beautiful voice, she starts singing. And as she's singing, they're doing the butter. So now we have, and you should feel the vibrations of this, now we have like 30 countries making butter for Shri Krishna Puja. There's no instruments, there's no tabla, nothing fancy, bangles, that was it. The bangles are going jing, 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 and the lady was singing, the people were matching their bangles sound to the singing. So that became an instrument, the bangles. And it was just magical. It was like, I was watching, and again, that feeling of, this is Krishna Puja, like this is Gokul, right? And no language, she was singing simple songs that everybody could sing, but she was the main singer. Everybody was the chorus. The